how long have you been in the music industry at this point?
I've been in the industry, like not even like being an artist, just being involved in the industry, probably like 5, 6 years. About as old as my son. My son's 8 now, so around like his age.
And do you want to shed any more light on that? On that description of you being in the industry that amount of time?
Yeah. For when I first came in, I didn't know I was gonna be like an artist. I just used to hang around people that were kind of just making music or whatever the case may be. So someone had referred to me. My guy Varunu, he was like, "Yo, you should just go in the booth, like see what you could do." And it really just was like a hobby because I was just, I was worried about other things. We was doing other types of business, and what started like I started going through things in life, and then I would just not have an outlet, and I would just go to the studio, just like I'd be mad or something, and just write something, go to the studio, record it, or like I was talking to a girl or something, and she was making me feel some type of way, so just go in the studio, make a song or something. Not all of it for fun, but then like after I started letting people know like I was making music, people started gravitating towards it. I never really like thought myself of being popular. So when I seen that I was getting a little attraction just from where I was from, like living at the time, I was just like, yeah, let me just try to take it a little further. That led to me using my resources around me to like level up in the industry, I guess you could say. I met a lot of people from, Gilly the King to DJ Self, the list go on and on. I done shows with Lil Baby, Meek, Meg Thee Stallion, Wiz Khalifa, Pusha T, Rick Ross. Like the list go on and on. So I feel like with me meeting as many people as I've met, I've been on the radio. Like I haven't had a time to actually focus on like what to do with the next step of my artistry. So I feel like that's why I've been in so long, and I'm only at the certain level that I am now. But to me personally, I made it past like a lot of the goals that I had set for myself.
Now, when you say you've been on shows with these artists, they've actually brought you out on their sets, or you've opened up for them, or what?
Yeah, I opened up for basically everybody that I've listed. You know, being that I had proper management, it allowed me to get those opportunities. I've went through like 4 or 5 managers. Each of them did bring value. I don't have nothing bad really to say about them. It's just like, you have goals and then other people have goals. So it's like coming to a median so everybody can achieve what they want to. Like sometimes there isn't a median. So it's not that it end on a bad relationship. It's just, things just don't work out. We still cool, still stay in contact, try to see how everybody's doing, but, we just not on that type of level with the relationship.
So, when it comes to all these managers that you've had in the past, was it you ending the relationship and moving forward? Was it them ending the relationship and moving forward?
I would say it's neutral, you know, um, come to like an understanding like, all right, maybe this just isn't gonna work out. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. You're gonna keep doing what you're doing, and we still gonna work like together regardless. If we could, we could still work on projects. They could still get me shows. They could still do whatever. It's just about like it's not on no, oh, that's like my official manager type thing. But we still stay in contact though. It's always good to have a contact, that is in the field that you're in because you never know where they could get you.
Now, being in the music industry that amount of time, rough estimate, do you have a music industry horror story? A bad experience while you were in the music industry?
I wouldn't say, yeah, actually, this is for all the artists out there. You hungry when you first like get into the game. You think everybody that's gonna you interact with online or in person, like they're gonna be there to help you. They're gonna gas your head up and be like, oh, I could get you this, I could get you that. Just they're gonna say whatever to get you to spend that bag with them. You know what I mean? The industry is just like any other industry. It's just you have to be careful with who you trust and who you like believe in. You know, you could believe in somebody, they can make it look like it's the grass is greener on the other side, but then when you actually take that step, it's like, damn, like I ain't even, nothing was really done. You know what I mean? Not saying that I ran into that situation. I mean, I have spent money on things that like, were scams or whatever the case may be, because you see opportunity and you're thirsty for it, you want to grab it, but sometimes it doesn't always turn out the way it's supposed to be, but you have to learn from that. A lot of people, when that happens to them, they give up, but it's all a part of the game. You win some, you lose some, but it's up to you to keep on going.
You mentioned that you have been a victim to scams in the music industry as well.
Yeah, of course. There was a time I came to Atlanta, and I guess someone had me thinking I was gonna meet somebody from quality control, and I just had like this gut feeling like, oh, I don't know. They were just like, oh, just send a $200 deposit. I came here, everything, you know what I mean? And yeah, it just when I pulled up, it was a building that was abandoned. You feel me? So I was just like, yeah, we going back to to the telly. Yeah. So after that, that was the last time. You know what I mean? Nobody's getting any type of money out of me. I know what to look out for.
Did you call that number back or the contact you had when you pulled up to that building?
Nah, I just kept it right then and there. I wasn't sweating 200. You know what I mean? That's light work.
Do you want to share the name involved of that scam?
I'm blocked. Right at like a few days after, no response or anything. Just go back to the page I was talking to, the number I was texting. Like the messages wasn't going through or nothing. So I was just like, shit, I dodged a bullet.
But what about this scam with the $200? Is this the first time you've publicly addressed that?
Yeah, I never really told nobody. Like, I'll tell other artists, because everybody, like, when you in the community of the up and coming artists, when you start going to other shows and, like, your places with, like, people that are in the industry, it makes other people ask you, like, oh, like, how did you get there? What did you go through? Do you have any tips and advice? So I guess, like, on a personal level, if I spoke to somebody, I would let them know, like, hey, I know you're hungry right now, but look out for so and so, like look out for the label email, where it's like, oh, this, that, and the third, you gotta pay for something to get there. Just like giving little tips, but on a public level, I never really said nothing about it.
Now, you may have answered this next question, but we'll formally ask you anyways in case you want to add on to what you've already said, and if not, we'll just move forward with the next line of questioning. But circumstances could be different for everyone.
Yeah.
Is there anything you'll want to say, other than what you've said thus far, to recording artists on avoiding music industry scams?
Just be careful, with your managers, with the people who, like, I know scenarios, there's people where they give the music to be published to somebody, and then, like, people have their own intentions, so they might get you to whatever you want to be, but it's like there's something tied to it, added into the contract that might not benefit you, or, there's like other incentives that like you're not aware of that don't really benefit you. So you really just got to pay attention to the paperwork and pay attention to who you're allowing to deal with you, because it does matter. They can string you along for, if you're just, not aware of what you're like really dealing with, they can string you on for a long time, and then before it's too late, like there's no turning back, so just pay attention to who you let handle your business.
And not personally trying to start anything here or egg anything on further, just giving you a chance to speak. But if this unnamed person is watching or listening to this interview right now, anything you want to say to them?
$200 though? That's crazy. Like, like, what was you about to do? You feel me? Go buy. You can't even buy no designer with 200. You could I could understand if you try to feed your kids or something, but come on, man. You could go on the corner and make 200. You feel me?
Also, just want to rewind to the portion of questions when you were talking about management.
Yeah.
Do you currently have management?
Yeah, right now I'm being managed by Carbon Keys Marketing out of San Diego. We was just with Ty Dolla Sign 2 weeks ago. You know, he just dropped the album with Ye. It was going crazy just to hear the album, but then like have him perform the songs in person and right next to each other. Blowing, doing what we got to do. It was just a dream come true. So after I seen, you know, they held me to that level and stature to give me an opportunity like that. I was just like, yeah, we locked it in. Now Carbon Keys Marketing, we get into it.
What venue was that you saw that performance?
It starts with a P. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's one of the hottest clubs in San Diego. My friend Ace Rogers, he owns the Lamborghini yacht. There's only two in America. You know what I mean? Conor McGregor owns one. He owns the other one. We were there, and I they were the two individuals that own the marketing company. They were there, and they didn't know I was an artist. I was just hanging out, letting them do their thing, letting everybody do their thing, and then we got to talking, and they're like, yeah, we own this marketing company. One of them is like a social media influencer. He got like 400,000 followers on IG. He's just like, yeah, I really think we could take you to the next level. Once I told him that I made music, at the time, I had a Burberry scarf wrapped around my head, with the Cartier shades. I got the Versace on right now, but yeah, they was like, yo, like the way you move is different, and after that, like, they was like, yo, we going to the club. Ty Dolla Sign about to be right there. I was like, all right, let's get to it. I didn't really think, this is what I'm saying, you got to be careful in the industry because people could tell you things and it's like, it's misleading. But like everything was leading up. They were showing me proof, everything, and the rest is history.
So you saw Ty and Kanye that night?
Nah, Ye wasn't there. He was in LA, but he wasn't there. It was just Ty. He performed basically all the major hits on the album. Even We Was Turning Up to North song too. It was crazy. It was turned up.
Now, sidestepping here, speaking on Instagram, for those in the audience getting to know you for the very first time, care to share your screen name on IG as well?
Yes, of course. It's Shelovepolo. She LOVE Polo _ all one word.
Now, you mentioned you have had 4 other managers in the past. Care to share any of their names?
Yeah, I was managed by.
Chronologically, if you can, too.
Okay, let me think. Damn.
And if you're not, that's okay.
I had my first manager was my best friend. You know, I just felt like if I was getting a little buzz, I would just send people his way. Thinking like, yo, there's the story like you and your homie come up together, whatever the case may be, but it didn't really work out the way it was supposed to. Because he had never been a manager before, so it's like things didn't get done the way that they were supposed to. I was on the radio in the transition from him and getting another manager. But it's like things just weren't handled properly. And like I think a lot of people don't understand in the industry is that when you first come in, like you got to pay for a lot of things, which is the reason why people get scammed. You know what I mean? Like being an up and coming artist, you don't just, there's not really that many opportunities where it's like you don't invest anything in it and you just get blessed with an opportunity. That, like, after you pay for a little bit, then the blessings come. You know what I mean? So I had another manager, which he's actually doing very good now. I think back then he was still like up and coming, but he's Fat Joe's nephew. He's part of his dad is part of Terror Squad. They call him Bosco. He was giving me crazy opportunities. He's done shows, international shows with Davido, Trey Songz, Neo, Lil Baby, Cardi B, Fat Joe, everybody. Like, it was just, at the time, my pockets weren't really right like that. I still had just had my son. I had to pay and take care of my son fully and then also, like, be in the industry. And it was just, like, it was crazy, So just going through them, my third was Hollywood Pompey. I still talk to all my managers this day. I still talk to them, you know what I mean, check up on them just to say what's up. But he was really good manager for me as well. It was just like, you know, there was a lot going on. And like I said, with the accident and everything happening, I just had to, my music career and just artist career kind of like took a pause for like 2, 3 years because I had to get myself right. So now my fourth manager though, Carbon Keys, we locked in for life and we just gonna see how it go.